Most people who buy the drink package lose money. They don't figure it out until they're home doing the math. And by then, the cruise line already has the money. $500. Sometimes more. For a week of drinks they barely got through. The package looks like a no-brainer on the booking page. For the right cruiser, it actually is, but there are 7 mistakes that turn it into a wallet drain. Most people make at least 2 without ever knowing. You're about to learn all 7. And number 7 is something the cruise line changed quietly in 2026 with no warning. Stick around, because people are still getting burned by that last one. Number 1, buying it without doing the math. Most people skip this step entirely. They see unlimited drinks and figure it's got to be a deal. It's not automatically. A deluxe beverage package runs somewhere between $70 and over $100 a day per person. Then the line tax on 18% automatically. On a 7-night cruise, that adds up to $500, $600, sometimes $700 per person. To actually break even, you need 5 or 6 drinks every single day. Not just a glass of wine at dinner. Every cocktail, every coffee, every beer, every glass of wine, all day long. Most cruisers genuinely average only 3 or 4. That gap right there is where the money quietly disappears. So be real with yourself before you click buy. Think about how many drinks you actually go through on a normal vacation day. If the answer is 2 or 3, paying drink by drink will almost always run cheaper. You'll spend less, and you won't spend the week ordering drinks you don't really want just to break even. The next mistake hits couples the hardest, and it's buried in the fine print. Number 2, not knowing the cabin rule. This is the one that blindsides people the most. There's a rule in the package terms that almost nobody reads before booking. If one adult in your cabin buys a deluxe beverage package, every adult in that same cabin has to buy it. Not a suggestion, a requirement. No exceptions, and that now includes medical reasons. The cruise line put this in place to stop people from sharing a single package. So if your partner doesn't drink, that doesn't get you out of it. They still have to buy the full package, or nobody in the cabin gets it. For a couple where one drinks and one doesn't, that means a full alcohol package or someone who only wanted soda that can run for $600 extra for a package they'll barely use. Before you buy, count every adult in the cabin. Multiply the daily rate by every person, then by the full trip length. For a lot of couples, that final number is a cold shock. Then ask honestly whether it makes sense for everyone who'd be paying. This next mistake is just leaving money sitting on the table. Number 3, buying it once you're on board. Nothing complicated here, just a clean money mistake. Most people wait until they board to add the drink package. They weren't certain about it, or they just forgot. Either way, they end up paying the higher onboard rate, sometimes a lot more. The pre-cruise price through the cruise planner runs 10 to 40% cheaper than what you pay once you're on the ship. Over a week-long sailing, that gap can be $50 to $100 per person, lost for no reason. The fix is easy. Buy through the cruise planner before you sail. Both Royal Caribbean and Carnival drop their package prices multiple times before sailing. Some of those sales knock 30 or even 40% off the onboard rate. Set a phone reminder and check the planner every few weeks. The price can swing by $50 or more between checks. If the price drops after you've already bought it, cancel and rebook at the lower number. You can get a significantly better deal without changing a single thing about your trip. The next mistake is one the cruise lines count on you missing. Number 4, buying for a port-heavy itinerary. This is the math most people just don't bother running. On a port day, you're off the ship by mid-morning, and you don't come back until late afternoon. 6, 7, sometimes 8 hours where the package is doing nothing for you. You're not on board. You're not at the bar, but you're still paying the full daily rate. A 7-night cruise with 4 port stops means you're actually getting value on maybe 3 sea days. 3 days of real use, 7 days of charges. The daily rate has no interest in how many ports you visited. The package is really built for sea-heavy sailings where most of your time is spent on the ship. If your itinerary hops to a new port nearly every day, run those numbers again before committing. You'd likely come out ahead just paying per drink on board and grabbing cheap local beers on shore. The next one is a mistake people make at the bar every round. Number 5, not ordering the right way. This one quietly costs people money all week and almost no one catches it. When you got a drink package, what you actually say to the bartender matters. Walk up and just ask for a rum and coke, and you'll get the cheapest rum on the shelf. That's the well liquor, the bottom tier stuff. Your package covers drinks up to $14 each. That includes real premium brands, Grey Goose, Patron, Tito's, Johnny Walker Black, Kraken. But you only get them if you specifically ask. Instead of saying rum and coke, say rum and coke with Kraken, please. One extra word, a dramatically better drink. Same price. Most people with a package drink the cheap version all week long. They never realize the good stuff was sitting right there, included the whole time. That a lot of worse drinks for the exact same package price. This next mistake trips people up at checkout. Number 6, assuming everything is included. The word unlimited is working pretty hard to sell you something here. It doesn't mean everything. There are drinks the package flat out won't cover. Most people only find out when the bill slides under their cabin door. Top shelf liquors above the $14 ceiling are extra. Wine by the bottle is extra. Starbucks, if the ship has a licensed kiosk, is extra. Room service drinks are usually extra. And the mini bar in your cabin is almost always extra. The package covers drinks you order in person at a bar or restaurant. It doesn't cover everything with alcohol or caffeine on the ship. That one detail has quietly added $50 or $60 to a lot of final bills. Before you order from anywhere unusual, ask the server if the package covers it. One bottle of wine at the specialty restaurant can tack $60 onto a tab you thought was fully taken care of. That brings us to the last one, and this one isn't your mistake at all. Number 7, not knowing what they quietly removed in 2026. This one stings because most people who've already bought the package have no idea happened. In March 2026, Royal Caribbean removed 2 benefits from both the deluxe and refreshment packages. No announcement, no email, no alert on the booking page. They just updated the fine print and moved on. First, the Coca-Cola souvenir cup. Gone. It now costs $4.99 separately. Second, unlimited access to the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines. Also gone. That machine access was genuinely a selling point a lot of families made their decision around. You can still get fountain soda poured at a regular bar or lounge. But the Freestyle machines now require that separate cup purchase on top of your package. And other lines have pulled similar moves without any press coverage. Cruise lines tweak these packages all the time, and it rarely goes in your direction. This is exactly why you pull up the current terms for your specific ship and sail date before every cruise. Last year's terms in a 6-month-old forum post may not match what you actually get on board. And that's the last of 7. The cruise lines are counting on you not knowing any of this. So before you tap by on that drink package, run through the list, do the daily math first, and be completely honest about how much you actually drink. Count every adult in the cabin before you commit. Buy it early through the cruise planner and watch for sales. Check whether your sailing is sea heavy or port heavy. Order by brand name at the bar every single round. Ask what's covered before you assume anything unusual is included, and read the current terms because they change without warning. For the right cruiser on the right sailing, this package is genuinely one of the best deals on the ship. For the wrong one, it is $500 of regret. And the worst part is spending the whole trip doing math in your head, trying to figure out if you broke even. Tell me in the comments whether you buy the package or pay as you go. And if the cruise line ever slapped you with a charge you didn't see coming, drop the story below. Subscribe for more cruise tips the booking sites won't show you.